Little backstory is I owned fairly significant brokerage, indie brokerage, kind of like a franchise, but we were indie brokerage here in Sacramento, Big Block Realty North. Owning the brokerage for me meant doing a lot of activities that don't make any money, such as compliance, arranging payments, broker level support. To me, those things were not money making activities. That's it. If it's not about making money, then it's really just going to be just a pain in the ass.
This is Maria Quattrone, your host, and today, super duper excited to talk with Suneet Agarwal. Suneet is an amazing human and friend. Suneet is out of Sacramento, California, and today we're going to unpack what's going on with LPT Realty, why Suneet joined. Suneet has just celebrated his 1-year anniversary with LPT Realty. So tell us.
What's up, Maria? So good to see you this morning and hang out with you and chat about business and life and all the good stuff. So, yeah, you pretty much nailed it. I think it was the beginning of last week was my 1-year anniversary at LPT. And then I was super excited to hear that, to talk to you about it and share some things that have worked for me. And honestly, it's been a great first year and it got me re-excited about real estate. Is that kind of how you're feeling too right now?
Yeah, we're totally jazzed for sure.
Yeah.
You know, just we're still in the onboarding process. So boarding is never a fun thing because you got to change some things and this and that. But forget,
Totally.
Outside of that, I'm just ignoring that.
Yeah.
Other people to handle that.
There are, and I think that in my experience, we moved over, I think over 100 agents, many transactions, many listings. The hardest parts of it were the silliest parts. Somebody wanting a different business card at like the 11th hour with like the wrong photo. But for me, the onboarding team at LPT was so supportive.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Yeah, they're great.
It's on our end of, just figuring out some new things, but it's all good. It's all going to be fantastic.
Yes. Like I remember one agent at like the last minute wanting that different headshot. And I had all the cards done. One of my people on my team had all the cards done. And I was all, seriously, like, is this my biggest headache about moving over? Minor thing. I don't even think that agent is still on the team, right? Or something like that. So super interesting. But yeah.
Yeah, they're really good. Really good group of people that have been around for a while with Robert. So
yeah,
super exciting. Super exciting to see that. What things have you, it's a year now. I mean, it's a real year. What has gotten you most excited about this transition and where you are now with your group?
Sure. So, a little backstory is I owned fairly significant brokerage, indie brokerage, kind of like a franchise, but we were indie brokerage here in Sacramento, Big Block Realty North. Owning the brokerage for me meant doing a lot of activities that don't make any money, such as compliance, such as arranging payments, broker level support. To me, those things were not money making activities. Man, I want to recruit and sell houses. That's it. Well, marketing and training, sure, but the main things, right? Like if it's not about making money, then it's really just going to be just a pain in the ass. I didn't want to have to personally address all the ever-ending changes in the industry. At that time was when they made that NAR lawsuit and they made the changes to the contracts, which, could have been considered inconsequential at the time, but I didn't want to have to figure that out on my own. You know what I mean? And then there was a lot of groups out there that have different thoughts on that. So alignment around those big things was important to me. Getting rid of the compliance, getting rid of the broker level support, getting rid of worrying about payments. That was really important to me. And then also I wanted to work with an executive team that was ready to grind. I've been in this business for not as long as many of our friends, only 12 years, but I'm still in the thick of it. We were talking offline, like, we're filming this right now on a weekend because I still am booked every 30 minutes entire day. I'm still grinding and I want to work with people that still grind. And I feel that a lot of leadership is ivory tower leadership, and I ain't going to hang with that. I want to align with the people that I work with. So I'd spoken to everybody. I have friends who were in the top executive staff at multiple different places. And LPT was the one that I knew the least. I was also looking the best financials for my agents. As a leader, you have a fiduciary duty to the people that you lead. I want them to have the absolute best opportunity. And looking on this big landscape, so once I knew about it and knew about all the other options out there, it was the easy choice for those specific reasons. Does that make sense?
I agree. And the opportunity for, one of the things that I always had problem with was I had a team, but my team, the way that I run things, because I'm like a bit of a Gestapo.
You said it.
Doesn't fit for most humans. I didn't have a place that made sense for them, that we could logistically work because of the broker side, the compliance. Like I can have the team because that's like do. But then if there's other people that want to be part of our community, I couldn't do it because there was too much. I was too worried about all the broker stuff that needed to happen.
Yes.
I own the company. Like
totally.
I'm shutting my company down.
Totally.
Now I can have people that they don't fit the team because they don't want to do these things. Okay. Maybe they don't want to do the stuff on my team thing that you have to do.
Totally. They don't want to meet the standards, which is okay, right?
Which is okay. But now they can still be part of our community, still sell real estate when they want, how they want, and it's handled by the brokerage.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I can do that.
It requires no oversight from us. Right. And that oversight can be draining.
It was because we attempted to do it in the past and it was just, besides draining, it was messy.
I agree.
It was messy. I don't want that. And it was also quite disruptive because here we are, right, in our thing. And then people just want to come and want an answer to a question right now. And I couldn't humanly do it.
Totally.
So it didn't allow me to really grow the way I wanted to grow. I looked at LPT when we talked in December of last year, and we set it up for return from the motherland when I returned.
Yes, because he went to Italy. Yes.
I was just like, okay, well, this is fine. This is nice. But I had some other things in my mind already.
Totally.
So I wasn't hard enough at the time. And then, when I looked and re-looked at everything and sat, I had to really sit down with myself and say, where can I make the biggest impact? Where can agents have the biggest impact? And,
yes.
If you're not doing deals every month and you want to be an agent who just wants to do 10 transactions a year, which is fine if that's what you want. Maybe you're a fireman and you have a full-time fireman job and you just want to sell some houses. So when you're done being a fireman, you can have a full career.
Totally.
You can do that here, right?
Absolutely.
You can do that here, and all the support online is there and all the tools that you need are there, and I'm gritty, you're gritty. We get down and roll up the sleeves in the trenches in the dirt. And I like that scrappiness too.
Totally.
About, joining an organization when they're at 20,000 agents versus, 100,000 agents. And that was important for me as well. And it's exciting to be with a company that's only 3.5 years old.
Totally.
We're the first people in Philadelphia County.
That's so cool.
Gary Mercer and his group joined 6 months ago, and they're in Westchester, which is about an hour and 10 away.
Okay.
So local, but I haven't been to Westchester in years. We don't go out that way,
Sure.
Too far.
I know nothing about your state, by the way. But continue. I know that you live there. Yes.
Yes. I live in Pennsylvania. I never say that though. I say I'm from Philly.
Funny story is I used to breed dogs, talking about Philly. And I had to send a puppy to a client. And he was either in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. And I got it wrong. I sent the puppy to the wrong.
You sent the pup. They're we're 7 hours away, right?
Yeah, that's what he said. Yes.
The puppy made it to someone else's house.
Yes. Well, no, everything got squared away. But Yeah, and what you're saying about seeing other options, like, and thinking about what's out there. It also took me a good 6 months. I had original thoughts about impact on my coaching business. I had thoughts about losing control of everything I had the control about. For years, when I would get recruited, I would always tell people, I love having control over the bank accounts, all of them. I can do whatever, whenever. Do you know what I mean? However, now I don't miss that part at all because I haven't had any issues. Like the big issue would be some agents wanting to get paid on something outside of standards and then having to put your foot down, doing an exception to fix your headache. I don't have to deal with that anymore. So I don't need the control of that bank account.
It's a real thing for sure. And I had to go through that same process. Like,
Totally.
this was my baby. I had for 12 years.
Yeah, long time.
I started this from nothing, from coming from as an agent and a team with another company and opened a brokerage. And it was a lot. It was a lot to do, a lot to learn. Somebody had asked me, I said, well, it's bittersweet.
Absolutely.
On Thursday morning, I didn't go to the office right away, 8:30. I usually do. Ended up getting there like 10, and around 9, went to the coffee shop up the street because I walk I'm in the city, so different thing. And I sat there. I got myself a gluten-free cookie, which I don't eat cookies at 9:30.
You just needed something sweet. Yes.
And I haven't been drinking any coffee at all for like a month and a half. I got myself an espresso. I sat there and I was told, like, my husband, I said, I had like a small little like moment with myself.
Wow.
He's like, what happened? I said, well, I start crying at the coffee shop. I had tears streaming down my face for like, not long. I mean, this is like, people don't understand. You have to go through a process. Like I'm being vulnerable right now in a sense of like saying this, right? But I sat there and I literally had tears and I'm like, you're doing the right thing. It's going to be okay. You did what you wanted to do and you had this business for 12 years. Your goals are bigger than where you are right now and what you wanted to do. And you're going to go to the next level.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of times we don't take that time to really talk about the moments you go because we'll have a moment. You'll have a moment. And I had the cookie and espresso, water, and I myself my computer away and I walked over to the office and all was fine.
I thank you for sharing that with me. That's really impactful. And the thing for anybody listening, I get from that too, is the real estate industry continues to change. True or true? 100%. 100%. Right? The real estate industry continues to change. We are leaders in the industry. We have a fiduciary duty to the people that we lead. It is our job to put them on the best path forward in a changing real estate industry. Period. Like that's your job if you're a team leader or a brokerage owner. So does the current trajectory address the changes in the industry? For me, it didn't. LPT is leading all the new things as far as mindsets and developments and doing these things with Aperture and with all the tech and with on the boots or boots on the ground executive staff. That is just, I think for both of us, that's why it was the only answer.
Really, truly,
yeah.
What it came down to. And I had to think about, the next 5 to 10 years. Let's face it, we're not going backwards in age.
No, definitely not. No, I feel that every day in my lower back. Yep.
So, what does that look like? Where's the opportunity exist? And the opportunity is so much greater being on a national platform and soon eventually international platform that aligned with what my goals were. And launching, I did a soft launch this fall of my Listing Boss 90-day listing accelerator training.
Oh, awesome.
Launching that. Yeah, it's really awesome. I look back and I owned LPT, Listing Power Tools, the Listing Power Pack. Listing on steroids. I did over 180 listings this year I personally took.
I know, you're a beast.
I was like, I need this thing. And my agents need this thing. And they're like, this is great. Yes, Sunit, could we replicate it? Something like that? Sure. I brought a full-time person on. Tons of money. Doesn't make financial sense.
It doesn't.
There's no upside on it for me. This power pack is, you pay shipping $30, like $30.
It hardly makes financial sense.
You can't even take somebody out for lunch for $30.
No, right? It's so funny. And I'm glad that you brought that up. because they sent me the box. Robert and Lewis sent me the box, and it lived in my trunk for 2 weeks before I opened it, and then I put it in the garage. Now I work out at home in the garage, and I was working out. I was really winded, and I saw the box there. So I was taking a break on some big set that had me winded, and I saw the box there, and I'm like, you know what? Shit, I'm just gonna open up this thing mid set, just tired. And I opened it up and I was like, oh my God, why did I wait so long? This thing for $35, which is just shipping. Honestly, this thing is dope. So yeah.
So I had the box came, 2 boxes came. I looked at it and I was just like, like I said, I had something else in my mind. So then fast forward and I'm like, all right, I got to talk to the LPT people again. It was a weekend. It was a Sunday and I wasn't home. I was down the shore. We come home Sunday night, Monday, get in the office and I'm in the basement now looking for this box. I'm like, what the F did they do with the boxes? So I find the box. I bring up the boxes. I'm like, all this stuff, I can use this. Expires. I'm like, my brain's going and I'm like, I feel like saying, you're dumb to myself. Like, what are you doing? You're like listing queen. Listings are everything. How do you not do that? Then it became, okay, let's work through the other stuff. Can I get these other things figured out? You know what was really also important to me? We're a branch office, right? We're getting approved as a branch office.
Yep.
Was my phone number to be on that sign without 888 blah, 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 being a branch office, right? Because that was important because of all the listings I have.
Totally.
So, there was other things that came in and you don't think about these things when you have a brokerage for 12 years. Like it doesn't even register in the brain. But I knew this from another conversation with somebody else and that came up and it was a real problem for me. There's a lot of things that you don't really think about. You don't even know to think about them.
Totally.
And, and then there's all the other things that are great, right? You get stock-based, pre-IPO stock based on production.
Which is crazy, right? Because
how many houses you sell?
Listen, we've been selling houses for years, owned our companies. I don't have any friggin' pre-IPO opportunities coming at me from anywhere else. That could potentially be life-changing.
Our people deserve it.
Yeah, the people deserve it.
And then if you want to build your organization, you want to bring people in, you can, and get rev share. If you want to do that, you don't have to do that. In fact, you're required to sell real estate, right? So
absolutely.
You can't just be an influencer.
Much to my dismay, but I accepted it. Just kidding. Of course I'm going to sell. Yes.
Yeah. So part of that program. So there's so many things. Those things like we can't, you couldn't offer, I couldn't offer.
No, never.
Not possible. So then when you look at it, you look at the financials and you look at getting rid of a bunch of headaches and you look at, you have a problem with the whatever. Yep, corporate, they have a ticket system. You get an answer within an hour. Beautiful.
I love it. That is so helpful to me and my team on a daily basis, to me and my agents on a daily basis. So much of the chunk of ops is taken off our hands. It's awesome.
It's great. It's going to be great. And big news for you. You just brought on a big team out of in LA County.
Yep. Number 2 team in the state. Yeah. We got many more coming over. It's going to be a lot of announcements every week. And this is the part of growth. LPT, their brand name is growing. More people are paying attention. The growth over time, over this last year, something that I bet on happened straight up. And now it's continuing to compound. The growth from my last year, now 1 year in, is going to double the next year. Right. And then it's going to double. So that's what you get when you get that early, that just like you, right? Like the opportunity is still abundant.
Yeah.
In some other places, I feel like the ship has sailed a long time ago. Yeah. The opportunity for us is so abundant and massive because it'll continue to double. It'll continue to grow at such a clip that right now makes it the best opportunity for anyone listening.
I agree. Especially, before think even going public.
Oh, yes.
I think there's just a tremendous opportunity and I'm happy to be able to share it.
Yes.
And listen, I don't know if it's the right solution for the person or not. It depends what your pain points are, but it was the right solution for you. It was the right solution for us. It was the right solution for our friends Gary and Sharon Mercer.
Yeah,
And I think it's going to be a good solution for a lot of people.
I agree.
So yeah, super excited. Sunit, super excited to be partnering with you.
Hell yes.
Yeah, we're going to do a lot of fun stuff. So giddy up.
Giddy up. Get on it. Yep.
Let's get on it. Let's go get them. 2026.
I'm excited too. That's awesome.
We're living in the best times of our life.
Crazy, right?
I listened to you yesterday. I had everybody in the conference room.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And you said you were going to Walmart to get Starbucks to get the Wi-Fi to send listings out because you didn't have internet, because you didn't have any money.
Yep.
And I said, everybody, that's gritty.
Yep.
You know what? He's got to go sit in Starbucks parking lot.
Yep.
I said,
I wasn't going to spend any money on coffee either. I didn't have it.
Doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
It takes what it takes.
Yes. Like, let me tell you, sitting in a Starbucks parking lot was hard, but having take the checks to Walmart, because whatever bills, I think I had a cell phone bill. And by then I must have had internet because I was getting checks, right? Internet and cell phone. And those were the only bills I think I really had. I would go to Walmart, get the check cashed, and then get that money put on those prepaid cards so I could actually pay those bills. That's some shit.
Indeed.
That standing in there, doing that was something else.
Well, it's the experience is what made you who you are today.
Yeah.
I mean, no problem doing the work. That's easy.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. Beats doing all that stuff I had to go through to get back here. Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I'm looking forward to a fantastic year. Sunit, thank you for your support.
Yes.
And let's go get them.
Let's go.
Be the solution.
I love it.